Now, ball below the feet. I know many of you dislike this shot, but it's a very likable shot once you're able to perform this in balance into your picture. And you can draw the ball so beautifully from this lie as well, okay? So we're going to go ahead and use the same targets that we did with the ball above the feet. I have this board right now lined up to the corner of the room. If I want to play my draw, play the ball slightly back of center, close the face, get behind the ball. Now you'll notice now the weight is more toward the back of the arches of the feet, just like we talked about when we were doing the chipping. So now it feels like I'm very, very nicely balanced, you know, on this slope. And if I do a little perpetual motion, I feel like the weight stays on the rear portion of the arches of my feet. And you see how at the end of my swing, I am staying bolted. That right foot stays bolted on the ground. With the ball above the feet, obviously you don't want to keep that right foot on the ground. You just allow it, just stay with your target. You'll stay behind it and your right heel will come off the ground. But I recommend on the slopes when the ball is below your feet, I really recommend you keep that trailing leg, the back leg, grounded and solid on the ground, so that you'll notice that it forces the left side to clear properly and clear back around this way. And at the end of the swing, you really feel that you're holding your ground on that slope. So if you look at from the front angle here, I'm still bracing myself 60-40 because I'm throwing the club that way. I'm getting ready to compress the ball that way, just like our rifle, okay? So I'm squeezing the ball toward the target. So it's 60-40 in favor of that forward side, and it really feels now that when I release the energy to the right side of that corner of the room toward that poster, yeah, I feel like the low point of the swing is right there. I feel like I'm low enough to achieve that. So now I'm going to go with my mile markers. Right edge, right edge, right edge. Perfect. Just to the right edge of that. I was on the left edge of the poster, but just to the right of the corner of the room, just ideal. And look at how I finished. So I'm just feeling a nice whip in that direction, and I feel really bolted at the end of my shot. My left side is cleared. Everything is released nicely into that corner, okay? So if you're in balance and you're releasing in the direction you want that ball to start, the ball's going to go there, okay? So don't worry about direction. When you're in balance and you're swinging towards your target, it'll do exactly what you want it to do. And obviously, hitting a fade off this lie is every bit as easy to do. So I'll pick my spot. I'm going to go left edge of the corner of the room and fade it back toward the corner of the room. So right on the corner of that window, about 2 ball widths left of the bolt here. Ball is a hair forward to center, club face less closed. Now I'm just staying with the corner, the left edge of the corner of the room. So from here, if I swing in that direction, does it feel like the low point's in place? Yes, it does. Still there, still there, still there. Notice I'm still bolted, delivered to the left edge of the corner of the room, and it's fading back toward that side. I caught that a hair thin, but I'm very happy because I released it properly in the direction I wanted to release it. And I stayed with it, okay? So you'll notice that if you're having issues with your sand wedge, well, this is a great way to go about it. I get my sand wedge out here, and I'll do perpetual motion from that nice balanced position. And I'm cutting grass in both directions. Well, look at that. Doesn't that look like my hands are basically almost between my legs? Well, you'll notice that as I go back, see how the body is turning out of the way of the arms that are swinging away from my body, and then the body's getting out of the way from the swinging arms that are moving away from my body. So there's no issues insofar as a dynamic motion, whereas here you'll feel, wow, I feel all bunched up. But if you put yourself in a dynamic state and you feel like you're already swinging back and through without stopping, you go, well, look at that. That doesn't lie. The ball's got to be here. So if you put a ball in that position, let me get one out here for you. And we'll do the same thing. So I'll do my little perpetual motion. Yep. I'm in balance. Everything is passing right there. Bring that down. I'm going to perform a little draw, ball a bit back, close the face a bit more. So from there, does it feel like I can, if I'm in perpetual motion, does it feel like the sole of the club's going to drag through there? Yes, it does. So my attention's on the right side of the corner of the room. Right corner, right corner, right corner. Nice solid contact. That probably started right in the corner of the room. So I'm looking for that direction that I want to release it. Stayed in balance. Both feet stayed nicely on the ground. So I know that this will not only help you clear the body properly, but it'll help you continue to massage our focus sequence properly in the target. So you have a shape that you want, you have a setup that matches the shape, you have a delivery that you perform into that shape. This is a flat-footed delivery, and you'll see how this also will help you in your fairway bunkers to have that grounded feel through that release in the fairway bunkers. So ball below the feet, I'm starting with my draw, again, aiming at the corner of the room, releasing. Now notice the ball flight was just a hair lower with the ball below my feet because I'm staying in a more crouched position as I'm playing that ball a little bit further back in my stance. So you notice that initial launch was a little bit lower. My carry was still pretty much the same though at 183 compared to 184 with the ball above my feet. And my club speed was actually 1 mile per hour faster than before. I guess I'm getting warmed up. And then if we look at the fade, and we look at, there it is. So ball below the feet, the ball starts right on line. I was aiming, we were talking about aiming just a little bit left. So my target was left edge of the corner of the room and fading it back towards the corner of the room. So again, I couldn't have done it any better. The carry on that one was 178. So I didn't lose that much. And there's my half club of distance that we're talking about. And club head speed's about 94 miles an hour on that one. So I hope you enjoyed that. And not bad for a guy who's going to turn 50 this year. And just thought I'd, drop that in. And we'll see you in the next video.